Hello everyone and welcome back to Pipejawood-woodturning. In this video I will make this beautiful handle for this Allen key. I choose this because I have always problems with these small Allen keys, and with this one which is standard with record power chucks, I have always problems to work with this Allen key. So because of that I made a handle, and with this handle I operate very quickly, like you see now. So if you want to see how I made this handle, stay tuned and watch the video.
Here I've got a nice piece of cherry wood that I'll use for this project. It's a beautiful hardwood with a smooth grain and warm color, perfect for a small tool handle. And this is the Allen key that I use to tighten and loosen the jaws on my wood turning chuck. I wanted to make this short project because such a small addition, a custom wooden handle, makes a big difference. It gives you a better grip, more control, and it simply feels nicer in the hand every time you adjust the chuck. So let's turn this simple piece of wood into something practical and comfortable. Now it's time to start shaping the handle. I'm using my new skew chisel from Record Power. It cuts really smoothly and leaves a clean surface even at lower speeds. First I'm rounding the blank into a nice even cylinder. The skew makes this part quick and enjoyable, and it's great for getting that perfect surface right from the tool. Once the blank is turned round, I'll true up this end, where later I'll drill the hole for the shorter part of the Allen key. That way, the key will sit firmly in place when the handle is finished. Before drilling, I take a moment to measure the Allen key carefully. This helps me decide which drill bit size will fit just right. It's a small but important step. If the hole is too loose, the key won't stay in place, and if it's too tight, there's a risk of splitting the wood. After checking the size, I choose an 8mm drill bit and begin drilling slowly into the end of the cherry blank. I like to drill in short steps to keep the bit cool and to get a clean centered hole. Once that's done, I check the depth with the Allen key to see how it fits, and then I drill a little deeper to make sure it will sit firmly inside later. Taking time on this step really pays off. A precise fit means the handle will be solid and comfortable in use. Now it's time to start shaping the handle. I'm using my skew chisel again. It's such a great tool for smaller turning projects like this one. With its rounded edge and flat bevel, it allows me to make very controlled cuts and create clean transitions between different curves. It takes a bit of practice to get used to the skew, but once you do, it's one of the most versatile tools on the lathe. I begin by refining the overall shape of the handle, starting from the center and working toward both ends. I want the middle part to feel slightly thicker so it fits naturally in the hand, and then taper gently toward the ends. The cherry wood cuts beautifully, it's smooth, dense, and the fibers respond really nicely to a sharp tool. One thing I really like about using the skew chisel is the surface it leaves behind. When used correctly, you can get such a clean finish straight from the tool that there's almost no sanding needed. Here you can see how the shavings come off in thin ribbons. That's always a good sign of a sharp edge and proper tool control. After I'm happy with the shape, I go through the sanding process, moving step by step through the grits up to 240. I always take my time here, especially with small projects like this, because the final feel of the handle depends a lot on the sanding. It should feel comfortable, smooth and warm, When you hold it, no sharp edges or rough spots anywhere. Once the sanding is done, it's time for the finish. I'm using our own blend of Tung oil and Carnauba wax. It's one of my favorite combinations. The Tung oil penetrates deep into the wood, bringing out that natural cherry color, while the Carnauba wax adds a soft sheen and extra protection. I usually apply it with a paper towel, then gently buff it while the lathe is spinning at a low speed. The result is a smooth, satin surface that feels great in the hand. If you like to try this finish yourself, you can find it on our website pipejawood.com or in our Etsy shop. It's all natural, food safe, and perfect for small wood turning projects like this one. I'm always curious to hear what other wood turners like to use for finishing their tools. Do you have a favorite blend or oil for your wooden handles? Feel free to share it in the comments below. I always enjoy hearing about different approaches and finishes. Now that the handle is finished, I just need to remove the part where it was cut off. I'll sand the end smooth and apply a bit more of the same. Finish our blend of Tung oil and Carnauba wax to seal and protect the surface. Once that's done, it's time to assemble everything. To fit the handle, I simply tap it onto the Allen key. I always tap on the key itself, not on the handle, to avoid damaging the wood or the finish. It's a small, simple project, but it really improves how I work at the lathe. The handle feels solid, comfortable, and makes tightening or loosening the chuck jaws much easier and faster. That's what I like about small projects like this. They don't take much time, but they can make a big difference in daily work. The cherry wood looks beautiful, and with the Tung oil and Carnauba wax finish, it gets that warm tone and smooth satin feel. These little upgrades are also great practice for refining tool control and experimenting with different shapes or finishes. Thanks for watching, and I hope this inspired you to create something small that makes your wood turning just a bit smoother. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.